We're up here in northern Wisconsin doing some scouting for the 2019 gun season. It's the first time I've been up on this property. It's public land. Scouting out for opening day gun, and just came across a spot at Pinch Point that showing a promising sign, fresh tracks, fresh urine. So we're going to mark this spot for a possible stand site for opening day. Keep you updated throughout the day, see what we find, and also take pictures and associated maps of what we're doing and how we're looking for deer. Deer population is very scarce up here, so you really got to spend time trying to figure out where they're feeding, where their transitions between bedding and feeding, and cut off, the few deer that are up here. Looking forward to the hunt up here. Beautiful, beautiful area up here. A lot of topography, a lot of water, a lot of swamps, creeks. Good mix of everything. Be back later. Just came across the stand of aspen trees, probably 18 to 24 inches on the stump. Just pretty cool. You don't see this very often. These trees are usually down when they approach 16 to 18 inch size. So just another cool thing out here that we found. Another beautiful spot here, beautiful hardwood ridge, dropping into a bottom. Just coming out from another bottom. Over the other side is more of a cedar swamp. This is a little bit more of an open bottom, but good transition areas here. So it's just a lot of nice topography and different coverages here. So cool spot. Still up on the same ridge, found a ton of acorns, some pretty good sign for up here with the deer population. It is just the top of the ridge is behind me. Pan around, we just found a nice runway that kind of traverses a saddle, what I call a saddle. It's you can see behind me now where we drop down into the valley, and you can see this wash coming up over the top of this ridge, and then it forms a saddle. But those deer don't like going down in this deeper part, so they come up here and cross. So it kind of increases the traffic through a pinch point or a saddle, as I called it. But it's a good spot, a lot of food, a ton of acorns this year, so they're going to be around for a while, so they'll definitely be up here during gun season. So good spot to keep on the watch list. Now we're coming off that hardwood flat we were just on with the saddle and the scrapes and stuff. That looks really good for big woods. This is a big woods, but we're coming off of this flat, going down into this little wash, another saddle between two flats, and then we're going to go up on this fairly large flat, see what's up there. But what we're looking for now is runways that parallel the wash or the saddle. A lot of times these deer, especially the bigger bucks, will want a side hill instead of getting up on top in the open where they're more exposed. They want to stay down low and keep a little bit more covered going through these areas. So we're going to see if we can find a side hill weightways, and also a lot of times when they come down to saddles, they're going to be preferred spots where they want to cross these if they are going perpendicular to the saddles. So we're looking for those two types of runways between these two transition areas. As we're investigating this wash between the two hardwood flats, I discovered a ground blind that somebody just put up. Not the best blind. It's not a very good location. I mean, you can see it's fairly thick behind us. Coming around, you can see down here, here's the wash behind us, or valley. And what they did is we've got probably what was a old logging road here, which is where the deer went across, and he's got his blind like smack dab in the middle of it. So we'll stay away from this spot, but the good thing is these deer are probably gonna get pushed elsewhere on opening day of gun season if he's sitting here. So it's a good thing, we can use it to our advantage. So we got it marked as somebody else's ground blind, and we'll use it to funnel deer towards our areas. Okay, we kind of blew through that area because of that stand. I really don't want to bother anybody else, and plus the fact we're kind of heading back farther beyond that. That first area there is just kind of a pass through. But I was surprised at how much sign we saw, which was good. It's close, it's not that far off the road, maybe a half to 3/4 of a mile. And we're on the back side of that second flat. Got a little critter back here. This rabbit, I never saw a human before, but he was a little startled when he first saw me, where he's sitting there enjoying the sun himself on the hillside in the morning. So this is the flat we're just coming off of, the second one. So I'm gonna go around here. This drops down into a creek bottom. And what we have here is a series of beaver ponds. You can see here, it's hard to see, but back over there is another one and another one. So the series probably half a dozen beaver ponds back here. But where we're going is to the other side over here. You see here, it's hard to see, but mature pines and hardwoods again. A little bit more topography. These are big flats up over here. So not a lot up and down. I mean, it's steep up, but then you get to the top, it's flat, which usually holds a lot of oak trees and stuff, so really good feed. But now we're dropping down into this bottom. I'm gonna get into a more area where the topography is up and down. Now you don't have these big flats anymore. It's just a lot of up and down hills. Probably a lot of good bedding areas. So we're gonna get over there, see what we can find, and hopefully find some more good spots. Okay, we made it down to the beaver pond that we're trying to get across here. Man, it's a beautiful day. The sun is out. It's probably upper 20s, low 30s for temperatures. A little bit of snow on the ground is helping, see where the deer are moving this morning. Not a lot to see tracks or anything, but you can see where the leaves and stuff are turned over. See where they're urinating and stuff and scrapes and whatnot also. It's actually a really good day to be out scouting. You can see behind me the beaver pond. It is a pretty decent beaver pond. Thing about that is the deer are not going to cross that right now. So they're looking for spots. You want to look for spots below the dam where they cross. So once I get across here, I'll walk downstream a little bit and see if we can find a good spot where they're funneling through. We'll try and navigate across the dam today. Might get a little wet, but we're gonna give it a shot, and we'll let you know how it goes when we get to the other side. Halfway across the very solid pond or dam. Beautiful, man. This area is just beautiful. Great day to be out in the woods and just enjoy God's creation. And if you guys, even if you don't hunt, you guys should get out here and just get out here, hike, check out what's out here. And there's wild areas like this all over the country. Just got across the beaver dam. You can kind of see it back here. On the other side, like those conifers. Just exactly what I expected over here. Not as many oaks. There are some oaks over here, which is good. Not as many though. This is more of a mix of hardwoods, conifers, so spruce, pine, hemlock, but a good mix. Also, come around here, you got a really nice creek bottom down here, which to me, I can sit by a creek and read and be happy. You don't have to see deer, but just really beautiful here. A lot of good variety of trees and topography. Like I said, steep, small ridges, not the big flats like on the other side. This is probably a good spot for bedding and feeding. They got water, they got everything they need here, and lots of cover. So we'll do some more scouting here, see what we can find. Where I came across the beaver pond, there was a runway coming right off the dam as I came up out of the bottom there. So definitely deer sign already, so it's looking good. Just came up from the creek bottom. It's a bunch of thick balsams, hillside, very thick It'd be good for bedding. Here again, came up. This is it's not a huge flat, but it is a flat on top of one of these ridges. A lot of oaks, hard maples, but good. You can see here. I don't know if you can see this, like right here is a runway. That is also coming up out of the creek bottom, but it's hillsiding, kind of at a diagonal coming up to the top here. I guess they're coming out of the bottom from bedding coming up here to feed. We'll check this out a little bit and see what it looks like. I think we found our spot. We're on a ridge in between a small lake, marsh over here to the north, and a cedar swamp to the southeast. It's not a real big ridge, it's thick, but there's good runways. So far I found probably 7 or 8 scrapes, good scrapes. So a lot of activity and good sign, very thick cover, so you should feel comfortable coming through here. It's be a bear getting back here in the dark, but we'll figure it out. Probably guess a mile to a mile and a half back in here. So we'll see, but I think this is the spot. We'll keep you guys updated. I may come up here one more time before the season, do a little more scouting, try and do a dry run on getting back in here in the dark, make sure I don't get messed up. See you later.